Good morning everyone and welcome to a vlog I did not intend to film. So I was planning to do my day in the life this week on Wednesday, however, completely forgot until halfway through the day and I suddenly went, oh shoot, meant to film today. So today is Friday and I wasn't intending to film today because today is actually the first day since Oren was born that I'm having like a proper night out with a friend. We're going to go see The Mousetrap in London and have dinner beforehand and everything, which should be really lovely. And yeah, like I said, it's my first proper evening out. So I did go to a Christmas dinner with like my NCT class that was local, but it's a little bit different because that was much later, so I put Oren to sleep myself at my parents' house and then I went out and they basically just had to listen out for him and he was absolutely fine and I was back earlier than I will be tonight. So this is like a proper night out, which I'm really excited for because I haven't had a proper like night out since before I was pregnant easily. And although I'm not like a super night out sort of person, this is one of my oldest friends and hi darling, and yeah, it'll just be lovely I think to spend some time with her. I don't get to see her very much, she's very busy as a teacher. I obviously have Oren now, so finding a time to meet up is always a little bit tricky, but she's just one of those friends where, you know, when you have those friends that you don't necessarily speak to all the time and you might go months without really communicating with, but then when you do meet up you have so much to talk about and you just like pick up where you left off. She's one of those friends, so it's really lovely to have that. But I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really want to film today because I wanted to kind of just enjoy the evening. So I think what my plan is, I'm not going to take my vlog camera with me, but I will take my camera and I'll just take some like montage image of the evening, but won't actually vlog while I'm out there. So because I really want to just have fun with my friend and enjoy it and just, you know, enjoy my first proper night out. So on that note, it is currently around 7:30 in the morning. Oren woke up, I want to say like 10 minutes ago. I got him up, fed him. He's currently just playing with his toys on the floor here. I'm about to give him breakfast too. The only other thing I need to do today is I've got a work call at 1 PM, which is very rare. I don't usually do work things on my like non-childcare days, but this was like a last minute thing they asked if they could do. It's with a brand and I explained to them that I don't have childcare today, so I'll probably need to like drop in and out with depending on what Oren's doing, and they said that was absolutely fine. So I've got that phone call at 1. We then need to be at my parents' house by 3:30 because I think I need to catch the 4 o'clock train from there. This is going to be the first night that somebody else has put him to bed. Oh my god. I mean, it should be fine. My parents have put him down for naps for months now because they look after him on a Tuesday for me. But still, it's just like, oh, something new. Should we do banana? Let's do banana today. 1, 2. When he first started weaning, these little boxes of baby porridge used to last me like at least 10 days. Definitely don't last us that long now. He eats so much more. That's some yummy porridge. Good job! You did it! You walked! Well done! He's so good at using this walker now. He's so speedy too. He's like practically running across the room with it. Yes, you are. You are. He just had his breakfast and is now playing while I go through some of my emails to check I haven't missed anything from work and check my socials. It's kind of our morning routine now. It's very chill. I really like it. Also, I finally gave in this week and downloaded TikTok. I resisted it for a long time because I just knew like having yet another social media platform was just going to sap even more of my time and I didn't want to do that. And I was kind of right, it has, like I have spent a lot of time on it, but I needed to download it because now that I'm doing my freelance work as a social media manager, at the moment my clients don't use TikTok, but it's just a matter of time before one of them wants to because it's like a really popular platform. So I had to download it so I could properly, I've been on it once or twice before when people have sent me TikToks, but I didn't really understand how the platform worked in any good enough way to be able to support business with using it. So I had to download it so I could get to grips with it. So that's what I've done. And it's been really interesting because it is quite different from some of the other platforms. I think I prefer Instagram still in terms of the like short form content / picture places. But yeah, I'm getting to grips with TikTok. Have started uploading some videos and stuff. If you want to follow me, I'll put my link here and in the description box if you're someone that uses TikTok. But I have actually started doing more short form content both on my Instagram through Reels and on YouTube Shorts. So I figured, you know, why not go on TikTok as well? I already have the content for this. And I've been having a really fun time doing it. I think there's more things I could make little videos about as short form content that I wouldn't think would be worth the time doing long form content. They wouldn't get the views versus, you know, versus like the effort that you have to put in for it. But with short form content, it could work. So I'm kind of excited to have a play around with that. It's 9:15 now. I finished doing my little bit of work and we've just been playing together with some of his toys. Oh, Orin. But he is just, I tried to film it. The minute I press go on this camera, like he hears it and he turns his head and he just crawls towards it. So it's just impossible at the moment to do it. This is currently his favourite game, is pushing the baskets off of that shelf onto the floor here. Apparently it's what you do when you're a toddler. It's a tower! You taking them off? Good job! Oh! It knocked over. You knocked it over. He thinks this is hysterical. Is it still acceptable to eat Easter egg for breakfast? Because I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to do. I think it's acceptable until you finish the eggs, really, isn't it? To be honest, I'm not sure cereal will be that much better. There's so much sugar in that stuff anyway. In other big news, we finally have a tooth. It took 13 months to come through, but it is through. He's got one little tooth. It is currently 20 to 10. And little one is getting a bit grizzly. I realised when I edited the last vlog that I used the word grizzly a lot, but it is like the best way to describe this particular cry. If you've had a kid, you'll know what I mean. This usually means he's tired, but I did not expect him to be tired this early. I was right, he was definitely tired. It's 10 to 10 now, and I only put him down literally a couple of minutes ago, and he almost immediately went to sleep. He's very much in like a transitionary phase at the moment, so sometimes he does one nap a day and sometimes he's still doing two. Generally speaking, if he sleeps through the night, he'll wake up a bit earlier, around like 6:30, and on those days he'll need 2 naps in the day. But if he wakes up in the night like he did last night for a feed, he'll sleep a bit later, more like kind of 7:30 to 8, maybe 8:30 sometimes, and on those days he only typically tends to need 1 nap. However, he tends to do that nap around 11 to 11:30, and then it was initially he was doing 40 minutes, and in the last few days he's managed to do a bit longer. He's done more like an hour and 20, an hour and a half, which is much better. I didn't feel like one 40-minute nap a day was a long enough nap for him, but he would not go down for a second nap later in the day. He was just 1 nap and done. But I've not had him wake up as late as like 7:20 before and then need a nap before 10 for quite a while. So I've no idea what he's going to do today, but I'm pretty confident, depending on how long this nap lasts, I'm pretty confident he will need a second nap in the afternoon. For now though, I'm going to give him another 5 to 10 minutes just to fall into a bit of a deeper sleep, and then I'm going to start doing some cleaning up and tidying I need to in the kitchen, and then I'm going to go and get myself dressed and ready as well. Someone asked in one of my previous vlogs whether I can still hear with these headphones in, and the answer is yes. They're not like super noise cancelling headphones like Beats or stuff. They're Sennheiser, so they're good, but I can still hear what's going on around them. Also, I don't know if the camera is deceptive, but someone can stand down there by the French windows and have a conversation with me here in the kitchen, and we don't need to raise our voices. This room is really not that big. So whenever I'm tidying up in the kitchen while Oren's in the play zone and I want to put my headphones in, I can still hear him. But also, I deliberately designed that part of the room to be a safe zone where I could put him down while I leave to go to the toilet, go brush my hair, get dressed, so he doesn't have to be with me all the time, and that is okay to do. It's just gone 10:30 now. He has just woken up from his nap, so I think he had a good 40 minutes there. I think he probably will need a nap later in the afternoon, but I guess we will see. It's 11:15 now, and after I nursed him, he was still quite upset, so we sat on the floor, I read a book to him, I built him a tower, we did some playing together, I put CBeebies on, but he was still really quite upset, so I think he might be hungry, so I've just given him his bottle now. It's a bit early, I think, for lunch. I can do that in about an hour if he's still hungry then. I felt like 10:45, 10:30 was a bit early to do lunch. I'd like to wait at least until 11:30 to do that, so I thought I'll give him his bottle now instead, and he seems to be devouring it, so we'll see how he is after that. But it's quite unusual for him to be a bit upset like that. I decided an Easter egg really wasn't enough to just have for breakfast, so I am having some Weetabix now. It's just gone past 11:30 now. I was just about to cook Oren's lunch, and I was planning to do some pancake batter, which I'd already pre-made, but I just smelt it and I realised that it's definitely gone off, so I can't use that. So already got the pan on to heat. I decided to do an omelette instead. He can be a bit funny with omelettes. Sometimes he eats it all, no problem, and sometimes he doesn't even want to touch it. So this is what I've done for his lunch. I've just cut up the omelette into little pieces here to make it easier for him to eat. I've cooked 1 mushroom, just lightly fried it. I'm not sure whether he eats mushroom on his own. He eats it in the the omelette sometimes, and if I'd had more time to think, I might have put it in the omelette. But I thought I'd try cooking one, just see how he does. And then I've also cut up some grapes, which is one of his most favourite fruits in the world. As you can see, it's still steaming, but I cooked it a little bit earlier, so it had time to cool down. Another thing I need to do today is send my passport back to the passport office, because I've applied for a new one, because this one's due to expire just before the end of the year. But I don't have any like sturdy envelopes, so I asked my mum if she had one, and she did. So I'm going to pack this in my bag so I don't forget it before we go today. I'm just packing our bag for tonight, because I completely forgot I meant to do this when Aaron was napping. I was expecting him to nap much later, so I thought I would have kind of like got the cleaning up done this morning and then done this while he was napping, but that wasn't his plan today. Clean outfit for me, clean outfit for him, some underwear, a pad, some socks. Need some socks for him. Put my iPad in for the evening, and we're done. Luckily I've done this a few times now, so it takes me like literally 2 minutes. Lunchtime. While he's eating, I'm going to quickly try and get through the last bit of this washing up. You just eating all the grapes, my lovely? Well, he didn't eat much of his lunch, but I think I might have given it to him a little bit too soon. It's 12 o'clock now, so I'm going to give him another hour, and then I'll try again. Actually, I've got to work for an hour. I'll try again just before we leave to go to my parents' house, see if he wants any more then. Possibly just because I gave him his bottle a bit earlier, but you know, he was hungry then, so. Whew. Right, it is 2:15 now. Just finished my work call, which is good. We are aiming to get to my parents' house for 3:30. The bag's packed. I did try to give him some more food, actually. I said I warned him in advance. I had to juggle him as well, so I at one point halfway through took him over to the high chair to give him more food, but he didn't really want any more, so I think I'm going to end up eating that omelette. So yeah, we have about another 45 minutes here, and then we will head off to my parents' house. I've just realised that because he had his nap earlier this morning than I was expecting him to, he might actually need to go down for a second nap a little bit earlier than I need to leave. So I actually think I'm going to leave a little bit earlier so I can get to my parents' house before his nap is potentially due, so he can go down there, because I don't want to put him down here for his nap, because he won't have long enough to sleep before I have to wake him up to go. We're trying out a new car seat at the moment. This is the AxeKid 1 2. Yeah. All nice and snug in there? Good. We're trying out a new car seat at the moment. Nothing wrong with his old one, it's just because I'm really keen to promote extended rear facing. I want to show as many different options as possible so that people can see that there's an extended rear facing car seat to suit your family out there. So at the moment we're trying the AxeKid 1 2, and this is actually the first time I've put him in it, so I will let you guys know my opinion in a couple of months when I've used it for a bit. Well, I mistimed that terribly, because he fell asleep in the car like 5 minutes before we got to the end of the journey, and the way that he is, he does not stay asleep when I turn the engine off, and I didn't want it, because it's hot, I didn't want to sit out in the car even with the air conditioning on for any length of time, so and he doesn't go back to sleep again when he wakes up that quick either anymore, so I imagine we're going to have a very tired boy later on. My first time out properly in ages. Well, it was a good job in the end that I did leave a bit early, because the trains are up the creek because of a signal problem, so I actually need to catch an earlier one than I thought, so worked out in the end even if he didn't end up sleeping. Ooh, I'm quite excited about this. I haven't seen a theatre show in God knows how long, but yeah, should be fun. The train's been delayed by an hour, still waiting, but hopefully a train should be coming in the next 5 minutes, so as long as I get on that one we're alright. I feel really bad though because my friend's already at Waterloo. But yeah, it's disruption everywhere today. I appreciate the audio quality on this is going to be awful because I'm filming on my phone and not with a microphone. But I left my phone downstairs and it's bedtime and everyone else has gone to bed, so I don't want to disturb them by getting up to go and get my phone. But I had a really, really lovely evening out. It was probably the best kind of evening out with my friend I could have had. It's like my first proper night out with someone since I had a baby. So as you saw, we went to see The Mousetrap and it was really good. Highly recommend going to see it, especially if you're an Agatha Christie fan. It was a great experience. I'm not obviously going to spoil it for you, but like, yeah, just really, really good. Highly recommend. The trains were just chaos getting out there. Like, I really worried at one point that we weren't going to make it in time. And I thought I'd make it in time to get to the show, but we'd planned to meet up and have dinner beforehand, and I thought we weren't going to make it for that. But actually, in the end, I think that ended up being like an hour late than we had planned, but we'd already planned to be half an hour earlier than we'd originally thought, so I guess it kind of worked out as just half an hour late, and we still had plenty of time to go and have some Chinese. Thank you for the recommendation of Dumplings Legend, because that was really good. Highly recommend it. And we still had plenty of time to go see the show, and I even managed to get one of those Korean corn dogs on the way home. I've been wanting to try one of these for ages. I've been like spammed by YouTube with videos about them, and they look really cool, but I have to say, was very underwhelmed. It was not as good as I thought it was going to be. I don't know if that's because I got the potato one rather than the regular corn dog. So let me know if you think the regular one is better or not, because I was very disappointed. But I got to try it, which is the main thing. So yeah, had a lovely night out. And I asked my mum to send me pictures of Oren while I was out this evening so I could be like sure he was okay. And she sent me a couple, and then when he was in bed and I knew he was fine, then I was like, okay, it's fine. So he was absolutely fine the whole evening, so that was really good to know too. It's now about 11:30, that clock is wrong in the background, it's broken. It's about 11:30, so I'm going to go to bed and I'm going to end the vlog here. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Do please subscribe. Thank you so much to my Precious Star Superstar members for your extra bit of support each month, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye everyone, have a great day.